The Enchantments Trail is one of the most stunning and sought-after hiking routes in the Pacific Northwest. It's an 18-mile one-way hike through the Alpine Lakes Wilderness in central Washington. It's known for its incredible alpine scenery with jagged peaks, turquoise lakes, and panoramic views. I wanted to do this route as a multi-day backpack. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a permit, so I'd have to do it as a day hike. And while I've done this route before, I've never done it in the fall when the larch trees turn their golden color, so I was excited to see this transformation. Okay, so if we take a quick look at the route and my itinerary, first I would leave my vehicle at the Snow Lakes Trailhead, which for me would be the finish. From there, I would catch the 5 a.m. shuttle up to the start of the hike, which is at Stewart Lake Trailhead. From the trailhead, the hike is going to run along this valley, which runs along Mountaineer Creek. And then from there, you climb up to the first Alpine Lake, which is Kolchak Lake. When you get to Kolchak, there's a boulder field across here that you have to cross, and can't really see it in this, but these are pretty large rocks. And then once you get around to this section of the lake, now you've got a big climb up to Asgard Pass. This climb up to Asgard, it's about a 2,000-foot climb in about 3/4 of a mile, so it's pretty steep. So you're going to do a lot of work to climb up here, but that's when the reward comes, because once you're up here in the upper enchantments, that's when the scenery of the mountains and alpine lakes really begins to unfold. So you've got Isolation Lake, hike around. Next lake you'll get to is Inspiration Lake. Then the trail's going to run along Perfection Lake. Then you'll get to Lake Vivian. From Lake Vivian, the trail's going to drop down to Upper Snow Lake. Once you get to Upper Snow Lake, the trail becomes a lot less technical, so you can really hike pretty quickly through here, from here all the way down. You'll go around Snow Lakes, and then there's a descent, and you'll get to the last Alpine Lake, which is not a lake. And then from not a lake, it's a hike down all the way through this valley to the finish at Snow Lakes Trailhead. I got on the 5 a.m. shuttle along with many other hikers, anxious to begin my next adventure. After a short shuttle ride, we reached the trailhead. I strapped on my headlamp and started hiking through the pitch black darkness. After an hour of hiking in the dark, the sun rose, casting a glow on the surrounding mountains. I began seeing the first larches up in the higher elevations, and I was now excited to get to the first alpine lake. After the steep climb up to Asgard Pass, I sat down to refuel and take in the views from 7,800 feet. With a tough ascent behind me, I was excited to experience the beauty of the upper enchantments ahead. There is something profoundly captivating about the golden larches in autumn, their vibrant yellow needles that seem to glow against the crisp blue sky. As the needles shimmer in the sunlight, there's a sense of urgency in their beauty, a reminder to appreciate the present before it slips away. Watching them in their peak, standing tall against the backdrop of these rugged mountains and alpine lakes is a humbling experience, a reminder that beauty can be transient, but it is always worth seeking out. It's as if the larches in their final show of color offer a quiet invitation to savor life in its most fleeting and vibrant form. As I neared the finish, I couldn't help but reflect on the day. It had been long, but undoubtedly one of the most rewarding days in the mountains. The beauty of the Enchantments was truly unparalleled.